Imagine this. You decide not to sleep tonight. Maybe you've got a massive project to finish, a test to study for, or honestly, maybe you just want to binge an entire new season of that show you love. No problem, right? We've all been there.
But let's push that thought experiment just a little bit further. What if you never slept again? Let's dive right into this explainer and see exactly what happens to your mind and your body when you completely eliminate sleep.
First up, why we need sleep.
Before we find out just how bad things can get, we really need to understand something fundamental here. Sleep is not just resting. It's essential maintenance. Think of it like this. Sleep is the time when your brain actively cleans itself. Step 1, it removes accumulated waste. Step 2, it resets your entire biological system. And step 3, it securely stores your memories. Without sleep, every single one of these vital processes just starts to fail.
So, let's look at the first 3 days. Let's start the clock and see how quickly the mind begins to spiral. It's a rapid, steep decline. Hour by hour, things just go downhill. At 24 hours, you're tired and distracted. By 48 hours, the hallucinations set in. And by 72 hours, your memory literally starts breaking.
Let's zoom in on that 24-hour mark. It feels exactly like pulling an all-nighter. You know the feeling. Your eyes burn, your focus drops, and you just feel incredibly slow. But here is the really fascinating comparison. Because of your slower reaction times and poor focus, your brain actually behaves as if you're slightly drunk. The cognitive impairment is measurable, and it is very real. After 48 hours, well, things get strange. Your mood becomes completely unstable. You might feel deeply anxious, intensely angry, or just incredibly confused. Your brain actually starts mixing reality with imagination. This is hallucination. You're seeing shapes or shadows that aren't there and hearing sounds that simply do not exist.
By the time we hit 72 hours, which is 3 full days, your brain is actively struggling just to function on a basic level. Your memory starts breaking down to the point where you forget simple, everyday things. Your focus, it completely disappears. And the crucial point here is that even small, minor decisions become incredibly difficult and downright dangerous risks.
Which brings us to the complete system shutdown. If you somehow push past those 3 days, the cognitive failure turns into a terrifying physical breakdown. Around the 4 to 5 day mark, we enter a complete system shutdown. Your body physically starts failing. Your immune system crashes entirely, meaning you get sick incredibly easily. Because you aren't sleeping, your body completely stops repairing itself properly, leaving you totally defenseless, while your energy plummets to dangerously low levels.
And that brings us to this massive number, 11. The longest scientifically recorded extreme case of someone going without sleep is about 11 days. Just let that sink in for a second. By the end of it, the person suffered from severe nonstop hallucinations, profound memory loss, and very serious health problems. It's a terrifying limit to human endurance.
Next up, we need to talk about the danger of microsleeps.
Here is something truly scary. Your body actually has a biological failsafe to protect itself when you refuse to give it rest. It becomes a literal battle between you actively trying to stay awake and your brain forcibly taking control. Even if you fight it with absolutely everything you have, your brain will override your conscious will and force you into what are called microsleeps.
So what is a microsleep? It's a sudden brain shut-off lasting just a few seconds, with absolutely no warning. I really cannot overstate the severe, life-threatening dangers of this. Imagine your brain just shutting off entirely for 3 seconds while you're doing something like driving a car. It's a recipe for absolute disaster.
Let's bring it back to the core biological problem driving all of this. Why does it get so incredibly bad? Well, because without that reset period, your brain is just filling up with untreated waste. The communication signals inside your brain slow to an absolute crawl. Ultimately, your body and your mind simply stop working properly.
And finally, the final warning.
Understanding all of this really shows us the true life and death necessity of getting a good night's rest. Sleep is not wasting time. It is what keeps you alive. It's what keeps your brain working and what keeps your body healthy. So tonight, do not skip it.
Now that we know the true power of sleep, it kind of makes you wonder what other fascinating biological secrets are out there. What should we explore next?